Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things. And always see them. Today we got an interesting show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, this is going to be an interesting one, and I'll tell you why. This is a topic that I've not been following all year long, or all season long, whatever the hell you want to call it, this Caitlin Clark topic. The reason I've not been following it is because it is of zero interest to me personally. I know there's kind of like an hysteria taking place around it, but it's just not interesting to me. Same way I don't really cover college basketball. I'm just not interested in it. I'm more focused on the NBA because that's where my my attention lies, and that's what I enjoy. But this Caitlin Clark thing is making a lot of headway, and I see some of the posts on my Instagram when it pops up on my feed. Again, if you guys are not following me on Instagram, my handle is CTABANZ. But I know people are following it, and I see the posts being, sent to my feed. So what happened? I believe it was a day or two ago, Caitlin Clark was boxing out for a rebound, and this player just came and just shoved her to the floor, right? And it became this big talking point. You saw other athletes come out there and express their views on it. And I even saw Shannon Sharpe had a show on Nightcap when him and Chad Johnson were reacting to it. So this morning I tuned into a segment of ESPN First Take, and Shannon Sharpe was on the panel. And they were discussing this very thing. As a matter of fact, it was what they led off just what they started their show with. And I was like, wow, this is pretty interesting. So I tuned in to hear what they were saying. They were reacting to this very play that I aforementioned. And Shannon Sharpe damn near lost his damn mind talking about this story. Like, he was like losing it. And I'm like, whoa, this must be a very, very, very serious topic here for these guys. So these are the comments that we want to get into today. But before we even get into what Shannon Sharpe had to say on ESPN First Take, this video is brought to you by our new sponsor, Game Time, who's the official sponsor of today's show. Game Time makes getting NBA Finals tickets even faster and easier than ever before. For example, I am super excited about the games between the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. With Game Time tickets, I can easily pick the best tickets for me. I love that I can choose between different deals. I have the option to select the cheaper deal, the best option deal, or my favorite, the flash deal. The flash deal gives me the option to find discounts that I can only find on Game Time. Once I select the ticket I want, I can view my seat. And it's not just restricted to the NBA. I can also look for the best ticket deals for other sports like football, baseball, or concerts, or comedy or theater shows. Included in my purchase, I also have a 24-hour return guarantee, a lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection. So take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is we want to play exactly what Shannon Sharpe had to say on ESPN First Take alongside Stephen A. Smith and some of the things he had to say, and then we're going to come back and react to the comments. Take a listen to that there.
Go ahead, Shannon. Go ahead, Shannon.
Monica, I'm going to disagree with you. I agree that this was not a basketball play.
So am I.
I agree that I don't know a whole lot about the young lady that committed the act, but do you actually think people are going to continuously watch if they allow cheap shots to continuously happen on Caitlin Clark?
Am I answering, or is this part of the soliloquy?
No, I'm asking. I mean, you can say it's a soliloquy, but I'm gonna tell you what's going. Go ahead. Yeah.
So to answer your question, besides this play, which was a non-basketball play, y'all gotta give me another play that was truly non-basketball. Now, could there be a little extra sauce within a basketball play? I'll give you that.
Yes. That's all I'm saying. But let me ask you again,
okay.
Do you believe people will continuously watch if they continuously allow these hard fouls, even if they're basketball plays? And I get it. Monica, I agree. I agree that maybe some of the women in the WNBA are tired of hearing Caitlin Clark when she hasn't accomplished anything in the WNBA. They want you to earn your merit. Stephen A., you and I have had this conversation that when you come into the league, whatever title you come with, we want to see why you got that title, be it a Thorpe Award, a Bernarski Award, a Heisman Trophy. We want to see. But I'm not going to take a cheap shot on you just to see if you're tough. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to try to beat you. I'm going to try to do everything I possibly can to make sure that, okay, you're tough enough. I agree with Matt Barnes. A lot of the issue I also have, Monica, is that our teammates. Do you actually think for 1 second I could see you take a cheap shot on one of my teammates and not get you back in the course of the game with a football play? You out your mind. I don't care what it was. I get to jawing back and forth. You want to jaw with me, I'll jaw back at you. But when you take a cheap shot, I believe you step over the line.
So you heard what Shannon Sharpe had to say there and what some of the things that the panel had to say. What are my thoughts on this? I think the reason this story is making so many headlines are a few reasons. Number one is because of the person we're talking about, Caitlin Clark. She's a new hot thing in the WNBA, and she's bringing in attention today more than, she's giving the league more attention. She's bringing in more attention to the WNBA than ever before, right? So they have that aspect of it, and if any little thing that happens around her, they're going to discuss it. I think the other reason that they're talking about it is because they know it's going to drive ratings. And there's a large amount of people that are interested in the story, the same way that people are interested in Bronny James and what's going on with him, and people were interested in Deion Sanders, what was happening with them. I think they're doing it because they know there are a lot of people that are interested in it, and they can talk about it because it's going to make a lot of money. When you see it leading off their A block, you should understand that. So I think we need to get that out of the way. To me, what are my thoughts on it? If I'm being totally frank with you, I have no thoughts on it one way or the other, in the sense that it doesn't move me in any direction, if I'm being honest with you. Why? Because as I said at the top of the show, I'm not really interested in the WNBA, nor am I interested in men's basketball or men's college football or whatever. It's just not in my wheelhouse. Not interested to that extent. If we're addressing the basketball play, was it a dirty play? You're 100% correct. It was a dirty play. Dirty play, unnecessary, right? Absolutely unnecessary. No need to do something like that. Usually what happens is when you have a play like that occur, technical foul or foul, flagrant, whatever, is assessed to the player that did it. You saw the same thing what they did with Nikola Jokic when one of the Morris twins hit him and then he came back and retaliated. So we see this play happen in basketball from time to time. And it's not a normal play. It's not a basketball play. She just decided to hip check her for no apparent reason. I don't know why. What her motivations are, it could be a plethora of things. Some people have surmised is because they don't like the fact that she's bringing, she's a new hot thing. These are all true, right? These are all true. What prompted us to produce this show, however, was me watching Shannon Sharpe's reaction, and also kind of in awe of the reaction of a lot of people out there. A lot of people seem to be really dialed in to this story, and that's fine. I just spoke about it because I was like, wow, this is something that's really percolating in the air in the sports world. So that's the reason we decided to discuss it. What I want to know from you guys is the following. Do you agree with some of the things that Shannon Sharpe said in his monologue on ESPN First Take, number one? Number two, what do you think the WNBA should do about this type of thing in terms of protecting Caitlin Clark and etc.? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.